Hey y'all, it's Robert, and today at the Sweet Impact, I'm going to be showing you all how to cover a cake with fondant using the paneling method. So there's different ways that you could cover a cake with fondant. You could do the draping method, but for the paneling method, here's a few tools that you'll need. You'll need a knife. You'll also need some cornstarch. Very important, you need a tape measure. We have some fondant smoothers, and then also a rolling pin. So that's going to roll out our fondant. And another important tool to have is a steamer. You could brush water onto the cake to help the fondant stick, but using a steamer will be a lot faster. And this is going to make sure that that fondant sticks and doesn't fall off the cake. So we're going to roll out our fondant and we'll prepare the top of the cake. Okay, so to get started, we have some fondant here and I'm going to knead it first. It's going to really soften it up and make sure that it doesn't rip when we add it to the cake. Okay, so you know your fondant is ready when you pull it and it stretches. That's how you know it's not going to rip when we add it to the cake. So this is a really good consistency that we're looking for. So now we're going to add some cornstarch onto our work area. This is going to make sure that the fondant doesn't stick when we roll it out. All right, so I have my rolling pin here and I have a 1/8 of an inch guard on it. This is going to make sure that the fondant's going to be the right thickness I need to add to the cake. So as I'm rolling it out, I do see a few air bubbles. So I just have a needle right here. Just take anything sharp that you can and just add an angle. Just pierce those bubbles. That's going to minimize any holes in the fondant and also get rid of the air bubbles. All right, so the fondant is all rolled out, and the last little tip is to take the rolling pin and drag it across. So that way, if you have any of those indentions in it, it kind of smooths it all out for you. Okay, so now I just need to add this piece to the top of the cake. This is a little too large, so I have a cake board here that's a little bit bigger than the size of this cake. This is an 8-inch cake. This is a 10-inch cake board. So I'm just going to take this, and then I'm going to cut out a 10-inch circle. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to fix this later anyway. And all this excess fondant, we're going to sit to the side because we're going to need this to cover the sides of the cake. Before we add the fondant to the cake, we want to steam it first because this cake is dry right now and we want to make sure that this fondant sticks. So just going to take the steamer, just going to steam the top of it. I don't want to do it too much because this is ganache and I do not want the ganache to melt too much because then it'll just be a big mess. Okay, so now I'm going to add this fondant to the top. Just going to lay that on top of the cake and then smooth that out. And if you don't want to do it just by your hand, you can take a fondant smoother and just gently press down and smooth it out and then get rid of any air bubbles that you have underneath. Okay, so now if you have a thicker piece of fondant or it's a lot stiffer, what you can do is take a knife and run it down the sides of the cake to cut off the excess, or you can flip the cake over and cut it off. And that's the step that I'm going to show you. It's a little trickier, so I'd rather show you all that. So I'm going to take another cake board, just going to place that on top, and I'm going to flip this entire cake over. Okay. So now, with a knife, I'm just going to lay it flat against the cake and then spin around to cut off the excess. Okay, I'm just going to remove that fondant and then flip the cake back over. Okay. So now we have our fondant on the top. It's all cut evenly to the sides. Now we just have to wrap the sides of the cake. So before I add the fondant to the sides of the cake, I need to make sure that I have the right amount rolled out. So that's where our tape measure comes in. So I'm going to measure out the height of the cake. And for me, it's just a little, it's about 5 1/4 inches. And then we're going to go around the cake to make sure we know how much that is as well. And that's about 25 inches. Just gonna roll that out, and then I'll cut it to make it even, and then we'll wrap that around the cake. So I have the fondant rolled out and I'm going to add it to the sides of the cake. So I'm just going to cut it out, and I have a guide here that's going to help me make sure that I have the top and the bottom of it even. And then I just need to make sure that I have it 26 inches in length. Okay, so now I can remove all this excess fondant. And now we have our strip of fondant, and I'm just going to make sure that it's going to be even on both ends. So now I can get ready to add this to the cake. So again, I'm going to steam it first. I'm going to make sure that this fondant is going to stick. I'm just going to roll this up and add it to the cake. Now with the cake steamed, I have to add the fondant, but before I do that, I'm just going to use this rolling pin to roll the fondant up. And it's going to make it a lot easier for me to handle so that I don't accidentally damage the fondant. So I'm just going to add a little bit of cornstarch so that it doesn't stick to itself when I roll it up. Then I'm just going to roll this against the rolling pin. I'm going to gently do this. All right, now I'm going to take this and add it to the cake. So just going to keep it onto the pan. Make sure that I have it flat against the cake and just go around. And I'm just pressing against the cake to make sure that the fondant is sticky. Okay, so now that I have this overlap, because I did roll out more than I needed, we want to make sure that we have an overlap. This is actually a really important step. So now with this overlap, what we're going to do is we're going to cut through both layers of this to make sure that we have a really even fitting of it. So I'm just going to take a ruler and I'm just going to go onto that fondant. And I'm just going to take a knife and I'm cutting through both layers of the fondant. Okay. I could take off this layer of fondant, and then once I pull this back, I can also take off the layer of fondant underneath. And then these two pieces right here can go together. And then at this point, you have this little seam here, and sometimes it is a little tricky. You can hide it with decorations, but I'm just gonna take this fondant smoother and I'm just gonna go across it just to try to minimize how much you can actually see it. Okay, and then with that fondant smoother, I'm just gonna go around the cake, making sure that I don't have any air bubbles underneath the fondant, and if I do, this will kind of help push that air out. The last thing we have to do is take the extra fondant off the top of this cake, and that's what's really going to get these sharp edges. So I'm just going to take a knife and I'm going to go through the fondant, and I'm going to make sure that the knife is laying flat against the top of the cake. And then I'm just going to cut through that fondant. Let's have that cut all the way through. Just remove that. And then we have these sharp edges. And if you need to clean up anything, just take a fondant smoother again. Go around, and there's a few spots I see I can just take a knife again and just make sure that I have it really flat and cut through that fondant. All right, so we have our sharp edges now, but to clean it up and make it a little bit better, what you can do is take 2 fondant smoothers, kind of pinch them together with the fondant, and it's just gonna make that sharp edge even better, and then gonna make sure that the top and the sides meet correctly. So here we have our cake covered in fondant using the paneling method, and we have those really sharp edges, which is something that's a lot easier to achieve with this paneling method. We could have draped the fondant, but you could accidentally rip it. It's also a lot harder to achieve those sharp edges, which is why I prefer to use the paneling method, but it is a lot of extra steps that you have to go through to cover the cake. So it's really up to preference, but if you all want for me to show you all how to cover cake with the draping method, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to do that. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next video.
We can edit that bit out, right?
So just knead it. It's gonna make it really malleable. Is that a word? I think that's, but I think, is that how you say it? I'm gonna say another word, sorry.
Malleable.
Okay, so now that that's all done, oh no, oh man, now I messed that up. That should have been a, so before I add the fondant to the sides of the cake, I'm stuttering, sorry. And I have to roll this fondant up to, nope. I forgot something. Oh no. Fondant on the very top of the cake. I did not mean to hit the cake like that, but I didn't. The last thing we have to do is take the excess fondant out the excess? The extra, okay. I did not realize I had cornstarch all over me. So hopefully you've all found this video informative. It's a lot easier to do. Nope, that's not it, sorry. Like it would with draping, and then you can get a lot. I'm stuttering over my words, I'm sorry. And this is real, huh? Let me know and I'll be sure to do that. And then, no, I said that wrong. And it's just a lot more, no. So, okay, so I gotta do that all again, so.